Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, and research. All things are alleged, and in my opinion, let's get into it. The radio show queen, the Hot Topics queen, did an interview with Charlamagne the God and the rest of the Breakfast Club crew, okay? She addressed a lot of things in this interview that I was actually here for. All right. Y'all know that she is under the conservatorship, and they have been alleging that she is all kind of things going on with Wendy. Okay. So we're going to get into it, of course. But before we do, please make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and be respectful down in the chat. If you have any questions or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, y'all chat down in the comment section, but keep it respectful, okay? If you would like to bless the platform, you know how to do so. We are still accepting donations for the fires in California. Again, remember that we don't get any of those donations, okay? Also, listen. There is a new app, a new Black-owned app owned by the late great Isaac Hayes' son, Isaac Hayes III, and it is called Fanbase. So I need you guys to go over there and follow me on Fanbase, okay? Because that's where I'll be going live and doing some other exclusive content as well over there. So make sure that you are a part of the crew. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to get into this, and I have broken this down, and we're just going to play the audio of the interview, and I'm going to speed it up just a little bit, right? But I want to say this before we get into it. I really don't think you have to be a fan of Wendy to feel some type of way about this. There has been a number of people who have hit me up and like, Chef, have you heard this interview? Have you heard this interview? Y'all know I'm going to always give Wendy her flowers. There has really only been one or two times that I just was like, okay, Wendy, like, girl, no ma'am. One of those times was when she came for the legendary Clark sisters. Y'all know how I feel about my Clark sisters. You brought the sunshine. Anyway, don't play with them, okay? But besides that, Wendy has been through a lot of stuff. Her divorce, the talk show, she's been through a lot of things. And I just really feel like right now we should do the hashtag. They say hashtag free Wendy. They have a GoFundMe. I'll put it in the comment section. It is also on the Breakfast Club's. It's in the Breakfast Club's bio as well. If you guys would like to donate to that as well. I always tell y'all to do your research before you donate to GoFundMe's, and give it how you see it fit. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into this interview, y'all. This made me sad. It really did. It made me sad. It made me feel some type of way because I really do feel like Wendy, we listen. We need Wendy back. We do. Say what you want to. We need Wendy back. Wendy was that girl, is that girl. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this interview made me see her also in a different light, and not a bad way at that. I just feel like Wendy just gets the short end of the stick. And I also feel like Wendy is being used. So let's go ahead and get into this interview. Again, I'm going to speed it up. And this is just the audio. And let us get into it, honey.
And running.
That is very true.
Wow.
Listen, Wendy, let's get right to it. I'm going to tell everybody what's going on. Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions. She is not cognitively impaired. She is not incapacitated. She is being taken advantage of.
Right.
Wendy, tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, to start with, my niece Alex knows a lot as well, but I am not cognitively impaired. You know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in New York City, right? And by the way, my apartment has been sold, thank God, a while ago. But I'm in this place where the people are in their 90s and their 80s and their 70s, and even when people are 60 like me, hey, I'm sexy and gorgeous. I am 60. Look, please, July 18th, 1960. 64, honey. But look, these people, I don't care if they're 50 and 60. They have look, there's something wrong with these people here on this floor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm not saying something bad. I'm just saying that I am with these people. I am clearly not, look, I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here on the bed, all right? I watch TV, I listen to radio, I look at the window, I talk on the phone. And by the way, Alex, talk about this phone, please. Alex, you've been right here where I am, so you know exactly what you're talking about. You flew from Miami to New York, and you were right here with me. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what she's saying is exactly what's happened. She's there in New York, in this place, essentially like what some would call a luxury prison, right? This is her room. That's literally her apartment. But the thing about this apartment, and you know this not Wendy because you're there, it's small. She has a bed, a chair, a TV, a bathroom, and she's looking out one window. The building's across the street. That's her life.
Excuse me, and excuse me, through my money, I had this person buy the TV, kind of TV I like, a large TV. You understand what I'm saying? Through this person, because all of my stuff is in storage. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's in storage. And by the way, that was to sell my apartment. But anyway.
Is the person your guardian? Is that who you're referring to, your guardian?
Yes.
Well, Sabrina Morrissey is her name, and right now A&E Network and Lifetime were sued by Sabrina. She claims they exploited you in a vulnerable state. They exploited your condition, and I'm putting condition in air quotes. You signed to do that documentary without your consent, but A&E and Lifetime countersued and said that Sabrina realized the documentary would question the quality of her own guardianship. It actually says in the lawsuit, it appears that Morrissey is misusing her position as a guardian of Williams to silence criticism of her controversial and failed administration of the guardianship. They even used the words guardianship abuse. What do you think of that?
Well, first of all, me and the person that you were just talking about, this guardian person, we watched that 4-part thing on TV together. She was the one who wanted to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm watching and writing things down, and she's watching and writing things down, and I saw her. I saw all of that, by the way. And what do I think about being abused? Listen, look. This system is broken. This system that I'm in. This system has falsified a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
They said you're cognitively impaired and you're incapacitated.
Do I seem that way?
No.
You've been calling me 5 times a day for the last 2 weeks. No, you don't seem that way.
How dare, excuse me, who I naturally am is who I naturally am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my niece knows all about that crap. I mean, I'm sorry. I apologize.
To be clear, you can't leave. Like, they won't allow you to leave or have visitors, family members or not. So you can't even leave and take a walk if you wanted to, or take a trip or visit family members. They give you a difficult time for that, and family members can't visit you?
Excuse me, where I am, okay, you have to get keys to unlock the door to press the elevator to go downstairs, first of all. Second of all, these people here, everybody is like nursemaids, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? They come in and they give your pills, you know what I'm saying? And then they leave. And I'm
Which
like,
I told you not to take. I told you don't take them pills.
Excuse me, I've had 2 pills all of my life. Alex, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Excuse me, there are 7 pills. I have no idea what is this pill doing. What is it going to be? Listen, I haven't been to a pill person in a matter of long time. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, excuse me, doctor, can you tell me what this pill is for? Excuse me, doctor, what pill do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Look.
As you guys can hear, Wendy actually sounds really good. I will be honest about that. Wendy sounds good. You hear her talking about when you hear her niece and Wendy talking about the conditions and the things and about this conservatorship and about how the Dorsey lady, whatever her name is, she ain't no good. I'ma just go on and put it out there. She sound like she ain't no good. And I do absolutely believe her. They're gonna go further into it. But I do absolutely believe that she is the one that is leaking the stuff to the blogs like that. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Sr. said, we got to make sure my mama is good. Kevin Jr. said, we got to make sure my mama good. Kevin Sr., sorry. Kevin Jr. said, we need to make sure my mama good. Kevin Sr., he out here worried about them badass knees he got. Well, he wasn't worried about them when he was over there with Shadina, whatever her name is. And I don't trust him either. So for those of you that keep saying, well, I think he's going to help Wendy in a lot of ways. No, he not. He not. We're not finna do that. We just not. Let's keep going.
So who works here on the Breakfast Club, I connected her with Wendy a couple of days ago. Lauren went up there yesterday, And tell them what happened, Lauren.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Alex, was it like this for you? When I got there, the people at the front were very aware that Wendy was there. They had me sign in. Her name was in the system. They had to call Sabrina to even see if I could go up there, even though Wendy was on the phone with me when I arrived. And she let them know, hey, this is my guest. I want to see her. I'll even come down. Please have someone bring me down. Because as she said, she can't get in the elevator nor leave her room without them unlocking things for her.
Wow.
They were aware of that, and everything was fine. And I was waiting. They called Sabrina a couple times, and she didn't answer the phone when they called. And then all of a sudden, things just like flipped. These like men came out, and they're like, "Who are you? And what are you here for?" I told them who I was. I told them I was there to see Wendy. They said, we don't have anyone here by that name.
Oh, wow.
They never said to me.
Did you believe that?
No, I didn't make. Did I not make it upstairs? They basically told me I didn't even feel comfortable still being in the lobby the way that I was treated. Like it was insane, especially being as though Wendy was on the phone with me when I walked in, and she spoke to the concierge herself and said, "I want to see this person. She is here for me." And then these people are like, "She's not even here. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "I dealt with your colleagues that had me sign in for her. She's in your system, so you're going to tell me she's not here?" Or did you speak to Sabrina as well? Because they said that was protocol. You have to call Sabrina first. We don't know Sabrina, and we don't know Wendy. She's not here. They said that to me multiple times.
Wow.
You know,
and it's scary. It's very scary.
Did you feel like she was in a safe space?
No, I feel like if you dealing with me like that and she's on the phone with you telling you like this is, you know what I mean, I want to see her, this is my people, God forbid something happens to her and her family needs to get to her. And I asked Wendy that as I was walking out, I'm like, yo, man, like I've dealt with my mom and my grandmother went through medical stuff and a bunch of stuff, right? I can't imagine not being able to get to them.
See my mother.
Right, and I said, is this how it is when your family comes? And Wendy's like, yes.
Well, you know, denying you visitation is illegal, Wendy. Alex, how do you feel about that as her niece?
Well, here's the thing. When I went to visit her, Aunt Wendy, and you know this, I was able to get up there. It was not a problem. But here's the thing is that Sabrina, wasn't communicative, and that's her guardian, wasn't communicative with me. It was almost as if she was waiting for the other shoe to drop so she could have a getcha moment when it comes with me, the family, and how we move about things. I mean, for someone that was, is so up in arms in terms of she can't be seen, there was no security for her. There was no, layout in terms of a plan, how this is supposed to work. I mean, thank God, you know what I mean? I knew what to do, and the trip was fine. But this trip, unfortunately, came off the heels of in July with my aunt's birthday, where I was supposed to go up there and spend her birthday with her, and all of a sudden, there was a lockdown on that. And not only was there a lockdown on that in terms of me visiting, but with you, Aunt Wendy, with being able to do what you want to do for your birthday. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, for the last 3 years, I've spent my birthday by myself. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's fine just because it's fine. Like, I would rather spend birth by myself than open the door and spend my birthday with these people on this floor. Look, this is what is called emotional abuse. You know what I'm saying?
I would call it guardianship abuse as well. And,
I can answer that question for her. No, I feel like Wendy is not being protected. And again, in this particular sense, she going up there, the young lady is going up there to try to help Wendy and try to make sure Wendy good, right? She going up there to visit Wendy. Wendy is saying that they got to unlock these doors. They got to do all these things. They won't let her get in the elevator. They won't let her do anything. That is absurd, y'all. For them to trap Wendy like that, Wendy is most definitely trapped. And this is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to listen to this lady describe how they did her, saying, oh, they didn't know who Wendy was. They didn't know who the Dorsey lady was or who the lady over the... They didn't know who anybody was. That is insane. That is insane. And y'all want us to sit up here and believe that Wendy is in good, like, she is in good hands? No, that lady, I'm telling y'all, it just ain't no good. Okay, it's no good, and it makes me feel bad for Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is absolutely ridiculous, child. But let's go ahead and get into the next piece.
You talked about it a little bit when you saw the documentary. What did you think when you saw the documentary? Because that's what got everybody, at least the general public, concerned. What did you think of that?
Do you know what? What I thought about that was that's something that, well, first of all, I don't want to watch that again until I get to Miami, until I get, my life. Look, I don't care about watching that. You know what I care about? I care about if I don't want to talk about that just behind the scenes. I get it.
But I do want to ask Alex, you as well. So
because Wendy can't, I do want to say Wendy can't say a lot legally.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So don't think that, when you hear her, don't think she's jumping around. She don't know what she's talking about. She can't say a lot legally.
And I was going to ask, who's putting out like the rumors? Like, because a couple of months ago we heard, well, Wendy's having this problem and she's incapacitated. Like,
they said she's cognitively impaired because of alcohol. She's incapacitated. She's suffering from dementia.
Obviously, it's not true. So do we know who's sending out those rumors to the press and to the blogs and all that? Do we know? Do we have any ideas?
I mean, allegedly, from what we're able to see, all of this comes from The Guardian.
Yep.
In terms of, hey, she's incapacitated, all that. That's allegedly all the Guardian. I'm only just saying allegedly, just, obviously to protect all sides. But
of course.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's not true. And the sad thing about it gives her the ability to keep doing this because we all feel like, oh, if that's the case, then yeah. But listening to Wendy speak and seeing Wendy a couple of weeks ago at her son's graduation, you understand that that's not the truth.
Listen. As much as I want my phone, she can't let me have my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I can call you, but you can't call me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't even know what kind of phone this is that I have. All I'm saying is that when I call you, you listen. If you don't call me back, you can't call me back. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I can't sit on the phone, and look at things, you know what I'm saying, and scroll through things. I can't do that. I do not have a laptop. You understand? I don't have an iPad. My life is my goddamn life. You understand?
Yes. How does this happen though, Wendy? How does this happen, Alex? How does she end up in a guardianship where these people have so much control of her life? Because it's not like she does not have family. She has you, Alex. Mm-hmm. She has her son, Kevin Hunter Jr. Like, she has family. So how does this happen?
Go ahead, Aunt Wendy.
No, I was going to say, you know what? My life, and Charlemagne, about my life, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To get divorced was, as far as I'm concerned, was a 100% fabulous thing. You know what I'm saying? When I got divorced, look, I had this lawyer. I don't even want to say her beautiful name because it was so great. I've gotten a divorce like nobody else has gotten a divorce, and I don't want to talk about it, but Alex, you know about that, and Charlemagne. Did I ever tell you about my divorce?
You did, and I don't want to know nothing. I don't know anything. Okay? Right. That man has tried to ruin me several times already. No. Look, it's bigger than that. But look. When I got divorced, right? I moved to New York, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to in New Jersey. I was solo, just me and my cats, you know what I'm saying? I got these two twin cats who, by the way, my cats have been sold to, and I had no idea until I talked to that person yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And she told me that I no longer have my cats. Anyway, listen, I'm in New York. I'm solo. I'm still doing my show on TV, right? And I'm still doing my show, but I'm still saying, okay, because to me, being on TV was, for me, I'm not going to lie. That was about money. Radio is my root. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To be on radio to me is like God sent to me. And I was doing such great stuff back in the day. You know what I mean? Duh, that's an understatement. What are you talking about?
We literally hear me and Jess sitting here right now. Jess Hilarious is here. Me and Jess are sitting here right now. Wendy just like
and I'm trying to figure out how you doing, Wendy. This is Jess Hilarious. How you doing, Miss Wendy? I wanted to know what you want people who are listening to do. What do you want us to do? Should we tweet? Should we get online? Like what do you want us to do? Also, Alex, what do you want?
Oh, no. I'm not going to talk about that. Charlemagne, Alex, you talk about that. Go ahead.
Well, we've talked about this, and that is there's the hashtag Free Wendy. There's also a change.org petition as well. And also just making as much noise as possible, potentially, GoFundMe, whatever we have to do to make sure that my aunt is in a place where she is living her life in dignity. For the woman that she is now, that's what we're going to do.
Wait, I have $15. I have $15. What does that do?
Right. There you have it. And
So here they talked about the documentary and they talked about how she feels about how she was portrayed. She also said that the lady over the conservatorship was the one who wanted that documentary. She also stated that the horrible thing is that though that was the case, right? Though that was the case, it feels like the lady had an alternative motive. Let's just put it that way. And I absolutely agree with that. It does seem like she has some type of ulterior motive, or she has some type of motive in the background dealing with this. It's crazy. It is very crazy. Let's get into the rest of it. Did most definitely mention the lawsuit dealing with A&E, the conservator lady, and all of the people. So there's only certain things that Wendy can say, which I totally respect, right? I totally respect that there are things that she can't say because of the legal situation. But I think with that documentary did not paint her in the way that I think she should have. I think that documentary was put out on purpose. I just do. I didn't watch it, y'all. I did not watch it. I won't gonna watch it and ain't gonna watch it to this day.
Give me the facts as to why that's not.
Alex, I have one more question for you. And Wendy, you can chime in too. How does this affect her health? Because I know we followed her journey with like grave disease and stuff like that. But like being emotionally distressed like this, that can't be good for her just health wise. And that's supposed to be the point of the conservatorship. So what's that like?
Yeah, imagine you're sitting in a space every single day. You're not getting sunlight. You're not able to leave your place. You can't see people. You can't just have free conversation. You do this day in and day out for months and for years at a time. Emotionally and mentally, that breaks you down in ways that I can't even imagine. I mean, we know that. There have been stories written about that.
Can I tell you something? And this is a fact.
Yeah.
I asked the other day, I said, listen, my thyroid, I want to go to the person that I've been going to for years. I've got her name, you know what I'm saying? And that is who I want to go to. Again, you know what I'm saying? Because thyroid I've had for 24 years. I found out about thyroid, around the time, at the time that I was trying to get pregnant, and my son is 24. So that's how I can, tell, my thyroid. Anyway, and she told me that I wouldn't be going there because my pill for thyroid is perfect. The pill that I have for thyroid is perfect. I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? Look, this is my life, people. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? This is my goddamn life.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's so many different little things that we could talk about. I mean, and that's why it feels as though almost there's so many tabs open in our heads at one time, because it truly is a story that's unbelievable. The bottom line is my aunt hasn't had, we talked about this yesterday, she hasn't had, from what I understand, a medical evaluation to see if her rights can be restored. And it seems as though that instead of this guardian, Sabrina, working with her, it seems as though she's made it difficult every which way for my aunt to be able to live any sort of healthy, independent life.
Wow.
And, it's almost as if she doesn't want my aunt to show that she's healthy and independent. Because as we know about these guardianships, and as my aunt has said, the system's broken. Because the longer she's under this guardianship, the longer they have the keys to her life, for her personal, her financial, her emotional, everything, and so that's the reality of the guardianship system. It's overloaded. There's a reason why they're looking at the New York guardianship system right now. There's a reason why lawmakers are calling on state leaders to reform this system. It's because it's broken. And it's a shame that we're in this place. I know I'm getting really emotionally charged right now, but this is how sickening it is and how tired I am of having to talk about this and have these conversations with my aunt, because it's not just her, and thank God that we have platforms like this, that we can go on and we can talk about this. But there is a lack of scrutiny across the board. We know there's a lack of funding. There are too few guardians for the amount of people under this system, and as a result, a lot of things go unchecked. There's a lot of neglect, as well as, obviously we know as well, financial exploitation of some of the most vulnerable people. That's the reality. Those are facts. It's written in print. And my aunt is one of those people, one of the over 28,000 people under guardianship in New York. She's one of those people that's under this situation. So yes, this is about her. Yes, we want her back. Yes, we want her freed. Yes, we want her to live with dignity and be able to move on with her life.
So we knew of Wendy's health situation. We knew Wendy had some things going on. And what the young lady is basically asking is, how does this affect her health? Because you have to know that going through issues and things like this and going through the conservative stuff, it doesn't make it doesn't make it any better. No, it doesn't make it any better. So I can definitely see why she asked that question, and I was definitely interested. I feel bad for the niece for the niece because this is a lot. This is a lot, y'all. It's just sad to hear. It is really sad to hear. But again, you hear her asking questions about the health and how this hinders the health and all of that kind of stuff. Because when you thinking about things like this, that lady said she got $15 to her name. So when you think about things like this, and she don't got no money, the lady got the money trapped up. So when you sit back and you think about things like this, it do make you think. Health-wise, this is one of the number one reasons why she's probably going through a lot of stuff health-wise, because of the stress, because of thinking about these things. This is crazy.
And I want everybody that's in that system that Wendy is currently in, I want them to know that we know what's going on.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So she's not alone out here. You can't just isolate Wendy Williams and make her disappear. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
think that the last thing I want to say, Charmaine, just what you were saying, is anybody that knows my aunt has always been a unique personality. You know, that is
all the stuff that she's been saying for years is coming to fruition now.
Let's talk about that to prove that she's not cognitively
all that
impaired.
Stuff she's been talking for years.
Wendy, you got fired from Hot 97 years ago because of Diddy. All these years later to see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that situation?
Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see the stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
She still got it.
Diddy done. Do-da day.
How you doing? See, she still got it.
Wendy.
Oh my God.
The queen has spoken. There you have it.
That's right. This is just the first step of many. Alex, love you. Wendy, love you.
Yes.
Yeah, Alex, keep fighting a good fight.
So
And she said what she said about the diddler. She had been telling y'all about Diddy all this long time. Charlamagne also alleged her, well, it ain't alleged, just been out there, that Diddy was the one that got her. Diddy was the reason why she got fired from the radio station. And she is the queen of radio. Say what you want. She's the queen of Hot Topics. Say what you want. It is what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around it. It is what it is. She is that lady. Like, we're not going to ever discredit Wendy. Listen, my prayer goes out to Wendy. I hope that we can free Wendy. I hope that Wendy can be free. She can get back to doing radio, because I do feel like listening to this interview, she is not gone like that. You know what I'm saying? She is not, Wendy is good. Wendy is good. There's probably some issues, you know, with a couple of other things, but as far as Wendy being in her right mind or being in good sense, child, she definitely in good sense. We just saw her cussing out the people about their wheelchair, okay, about that motorized wheelchair. So I don't want to hear it. Stop treating Wendy like she is like that. So that conservatorship, I'm with Kevin Jr. We want Wendy back, and we need Wendy back so she can do her thing. She says she's 60 and fine, honey. Okay, 60 and fine. But listen, y'all, I just need to know y'all comments. I just need to know how y'all feel about this. Let me know down in the comment section below. It is greatly appreciated. All opinions are welcome. Please keep it respectful. And with that being said, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.